Alright, so boom. Everybody that knows me, I do not like to party. I've never been a club guy. I've always been the type of person that stays home, stay on his grind, work on videos all day, try to get this YouTube stuff up. If you're watching this video, hit that like button. You know what it is, man. I've always thought going to the club was lame. It's just a room full of people that just be on their phones 24/7, and they only record themselves when their favorite song come on, talking about some woo, we lit, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, let me post that. Let me put that filter on. All right, cool. Yeah, this shit turn, yeah. Oh, I like this song. Me personally, bro, even if I was somebody that enjoyed the club, I'd imagine that I'd actually be dancing, actually be socializing, not just pretending to have fun for social media. But hey, that's a topic for another video. So getting me to pop out to the club is a hard no 90% of the time. Now I will admit, as I'm getting older, I am trying to prioritize having fun, because when I look back, I actually don't have that much memories of doing shit. I'm such a workaholic that I barely make time for myself. And my birthday's actually coming up in a couple of weeks, May 3rd, if you're watching this video. So you need a happy birthday, late birthday, early birthday, whatever it kind of lands on whenever you see this. And one of my personal goals is to just enjoying life a little bit more, because what's the point of all this success if you're just gonna stay cooped up in your room 90% of the time anyway? What the fuck am I doing this for? But anyway, sometime around might have been 2021, I was fucked up financially, and I needed a job. I needed fast money. One of my good friends, his girlfriend actually worked at this club in Houston, a very popular club. So, you know, I'm 6'3", I'm a pretty muscular guy. She had told me about this job opening as security for this club. So I found it pretty ironic that a club, a place that I hate being at, was the only job opportunity that I had on the table at the time. But like I said, I needed that money fast and I needed it now. You know what I did. I went and put my application in and boom, I'm a security guard for one of the most popping clubs in Houston. Now I will admit, I don't know if all the clubs that I've been to in my life before were just lame as fuck, but this particular club, I'm not trying to dox nobody, so I'm not gonna say the name, did low-key change my perspective on the nightlife. Because when I tell you I got the ego boost of a century working at that club, bruh. I used to work right out in the front and I had to scan people to make sure that they weren't bringing in no weapons or anything that can hurt anybody else into the club. Every night when I'm working, when I'm talking about fine shits, my nigga, I'm talking about 10s. 10 out of 10 women are coming into the club. And I'm scanning them, and while I'm scanning them, I'm getting all types of compliments. And I promise you, I'm not trying to gas myself, but I'm talking about, oh, what time you getting off? Oh, you could search anywhere you want on me. I even had one woman look at me in my eyes and tell me, check me again, because she wants me to find something special and wet. Shit, as a man, I ain't never really had so much female validation. But mind you, I'm on the job. So especially me just being kind of new security guard, I'm just keeping shit professional. I'm keeping it keeping my hands to myself and maintaining eye contact, because I don't want no problem. Some time passed and kind of started seeing how some of the other security guards were handling their shit. And let me be very clear, everybody was doing their job and taking it serious, but I kind of noticed you could be a little bit more loose when it comes to communicating and, laughing with people. So naturally, I kind of started to be more open and flirt back with some of these women that were shooting their shot with me. Now, I'm gonna just let y'all know off rip the type of guy I am. Despite what y'all niggas might think, I really ain't even on demon time for real. Because one, dealing with too much women, it's honestly a distraction. Two, I'm a grown ass man, so if I'm gonna be going back and forth with a woman consistently, at some point I'm gonna expect to, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't like casually dating, because if we not serious and we consistently having relations, because there's some type of lack of commitment, I don't know what the fuck you going out and doing on your own time. And I value my health significantly. It's really not worth it to me to just be going around sleeping with a bunch of random women. With all that being said, like I said in the beginning of this video, I don't even be going out like that. I don't even like nightlife. So realistically, I'm not even in a lot of these social settings to be going back and forth with strangers. So believe it or not, when I say this was my first time getting so much in-person female validation as an adult, I'm telling the God honest truth. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of started to get lost in that shit for a second. Fuck, who wouldn't, bro? I'm literally going to work every day and having the baddest bitches, the most beautiful type of women come up to me every single night, shooting a shot with me. I'm not even shooting, bro. I'm just showing up and I'm hitting shots. So boom, one day it's a Saturday night, regular club shit, and it's booming, a lot of people coming through. I'm doing my job, I'm scanning, you already know what it is. One light-skinned girl, very beautiful woman, let's just call her Miranda. She comes up to me for me to scan her shit and look through her purse or whatever. But something was different about her. You know, the girls that be trying to shoot, they be like shooting hard as fuck, almost on some thirsty shit. She just kind of more like a normal girl, and she was like, I don't mean to overstep, but I think you're very handsome. And that just felt a little bit different from what all the other women were saying. So I'm looking at her, I'm like, oh shit, this is a very beautiful woman. So I'm taking a couple of seconds and I'm looking at her, I'm like, yeah, I appreciate that. You're very beautiful yourself. Mind you, the conversation wasn't too long because there's a line wrapped around the building for you people to come in the club. So she had let me know real quick that she had just moved to Houston from Toronto as a travel nurse. And she's gonna be here for the next year. And she don't really know a lot of people out here like that. And I don't know what came over me, bro. I was kind of like, oh shit, well, you get your Instagram and we can catch up with each other. It was like, bet. So boom, we exchanged the contacts, the night moves on, and I continue to do my job. So you know what it is, man. I'm feeling good. I just got this pretty girl's IG, feeling as confident as ever because all these bad bitches keep telling me I'm a handsome young man. Yeah, let's go. You know what it is. Night ends, I head home. I didn't see her on the way out, but I was surprised when I checked my IG and she was like, damn, I wish I would have got to say bye. Okay, this girl really feeling me. Before you know it, we talking back and forth for a couple of days. I get her number, the phone call a couple of times. And I kind of just started thinking to myself, you know what? I think there's some chemistry here. I'm gonna ask this girl out on a date. I remember it was a Friday, so I still had to work the club that night. I asked her if she was down for breakfast and she was like, yeah. I'm like, cool. We go to the breakfast spot and everything's smooth, bro. Like how we was talking on the phone, just like we was texting, the chemistry just flowing and we're genuinely catching the vibe. For a second, I start thinking to myself like, oh shit, I might be able to take this girl serious. Like, she don't seem like no bop or no thought or nothing. Hey, let's see where this goes. I knew that we definitely could fuck with each other because I don't know if you guys know about this. There used to be this online game called RuneScape. Some of y'all might not even know about this shit. When I tell you this game, RuneScape, was my childhood, bro. I wish they still made games like this. I mean, I enjoyed RuneScape so much that if people were down to play RuneScape today, I would play that shit today. That's probably the only game I would hop on and stream or some shit. That shit was just so fun to me. I don't know. It's like some nerdy ass shit. I'm talking about wizards, goblins, all that type of bullshit. And I don't know how that came up in conversation, but she was like, oh yeah, I used to play that shit too. And then I was like, oh yeah, we locked in. She watches anime. She was just a cool girl. I was like, okay, the vibe is there. So the date goes well, and I kind of got on my phone and I realized that, oh, I gotta be at work in like 3 hours, and I still wanted some time to kind of settle in and get my mind right for the work night. And as I'm kind of walking away after saying bye, I kind of realized that she's just kind of standing around and shit. I'm like, yo, you didn't drive? And she was like, no, I Ubered over here. I was like, man, I can't have you just wait out for no Uber, so I'll just take you home. I feel like on that ride of dropping her home, that's when it was solidified. I mean, shit felt good before, but we holding hands in the whip, we listening to music. The vibe was just good, man. I was like, okay, fuck with you, Miranda. Okay, let's see what we got going. Drop her off, kiss her goodbye, and I head on home to prepare myself for my work night. Fast forward through work, it's about like 2 o'clock in the morning now because that's the time the club closes. And we've been kind of texting the whole time while I was at work. It hits me like, I kind of wish I could see you again. Word. You want to see me? That's what you trying to do? 2 o'clock in the morning? What you trying to do? What you saying? They say the monsters come out at night. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I just had a long day at work. Been thinking about shorty all day. We just had a great date this morning. So if you texting me, you wish you could have seen me again at 2 o'clock in the morning. We can make that happen. I go, I pick her up. She gets in the car and it's silent, but not a bad silence because that energy was in the air. Some of y'all might know what I'm talking about, but this is what we call sexual tension. I go on Spotify, I hit that Party Next Door playlist. If you know, you know. Get to the crib, park, elevator, a lot of kissing sound effects. We make it back to the apartment, over with. Shout out O'Shea Duke Jackson, but it was a lot of booty clapping sound effects. That was stupid as fuck. Hey, that's funny though. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's YouTube. I'm not gonna get too descriptive on that, but the deed was done. Grown man shit. Relations was had. And I really don't want to speak too much on it, but it was crazy though, because we probably got back to the crib around 3 a.m. And when I tell you, my nigga, when I looked up after it was over with, fucking birds was chirping. It was 6 o'clock in the morning. Shit felt like a nigga went in the hyperbolic time chamber. I didn't have a grasp on how much time had passed. We was just getting to it. Sweaty, nasty, all types of bullshit. Anyways, enough of that. I drop her off in the morning. I'm tired as fuck because I still got work that day. Man, I was working double shifts. I had work from 3 p.m. to when the club closed again. I told you I was down bad for that money. I needed that money on. So boom, everything's cool after that, man. Texting back and forth, the vibes are good, and a couple of days had passed, but we just keeping that communication going. This is where everything kind of took a turn for the worse. I remember it so vividly, bro. So I finally got a day off, and mind you, we've been talking this whole time, so everything's been smooth. Like, I'm getting no weird vibes. I'm not getting no like not fucking with me vibes. I'm like, everything cool. And I remember hitting her up, and I'm kind of like, I didn't call her, I texted her, but I was kind of like, yo, when am I gonna see you again? And she was like, when do you want? I remember kind of thinking to myself, I didn't think too much about it, but I was just like, this girl's cool. We already had a great date. We definitely already got the deed done. And I kind of just want to be on some chill shit. Genuinely, bro. Like, I didn't feel the need or want to do no extra shit. So I hit her and I was like, you could just come over and chill for real. We've been having perfect communication the whole time. And that was the first time where she read my shit and didn't respond for a couple of hours. And I just remember thinking to myself, like, what the, like, nah, she must have just read it and, got busy or whatever. Like, there's no way she's ghosting my stupid ass right now, right? 3-4 hours before she responds, right? And she hits me with I don't know what type of girl you think I am, but you're not about to just be calling me over to clap every night. And I was just like, damn. I wasn't even trying to come at you like that. So now I'm really looking confused because I was like, hold up. Did I send the wrong message? Like, we went on a date. No, but we got to back it up even further. We met each other in person organically. We communicated for a few days. Then we went on a date. The date went very well. Then we had a nice ride home. You, not me, initiated that you wanted to see me again. And I was like, shit, I could pick you up after work. And what happened organically. It wasn't forced. It didn't feel like, I was like, yo, I want you to come to the crib. And I didn't even talk about doing shit like that before it happened. It just happened. And I don't know if it was insecurity on her end because, there's a whole stigma how girls feel like, oh, if I let him hit on the first night, that's some hoe shit. Me personally, I ain't never really thought that, especially as an adult. I feel like all the context matters. I think it's obviously a lot more respectable on the mind if you hold off for a little bit. But at the end of the day, if the vibe is right and the chemistry is good and the intentions are pure, I'm never gonna hoe shame a girl for letting a nigga clap on the first night. Like, I wasn't even on that. But for whatever reason, she just kind of disregarded all the chemistry we had built and just jumped straight to conclusions of thinking that I was hit her up whenever I'm trying to get busy. So I remember I took some time. I didn't respond right away, but maybe in like an hour or two, and I was just kind of like, look, I didn't mean no disrespect. I didn't mean to disrespect you. I just genuinely wanted to chill. Now, I will be honest. Like I said, I'm the type of guy where I don't like to force nothing. If she would have came over and it would have led to more, I wouldn't have denied it. But on the same side of that coin, genuinely didn't feel like doing nothing. Like, nigga, it was my only day off, you feel me? I feel like it would have been different if I would have asked her to come over on that first night without even going on that date. But I did the date, and the date went well. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section right now. Like, it's not that I'm saying that I never would have took her out on a date again. Y'all feel as if I was wrong for sending that message? For her to just come over and chill the second, because for whatever reason she just took that shit as disrespect. From there, man, the vibe was just dead. Text for a few more days. I tried to kind of keep the spark alive, but I could tell she just wasn't going, and before you know it, I just stopped responding. Honestly, bro, I've matured enough to know that, like, yo, I'm not gonna play no games with you though. If you ain't going, I mean, I'm not forcing you to be here either. So you gonna keep giving me bad vibes, it's cool. We could just end this shit right here. And that was that. Before you know it, she unfollowed me on IG. I unfollowed her, and I never heard from Miranda again. And you know, after that, I was a lot more intentional about just making sure that the woman feels respected and making sure not to just move too fast, because again, y'all, like me personally, I'm not that type of person where it's that deep for me. Like, I'm not a meathead. Like, I can go a long time without having relations. I don't mind taking it slow. I'm also a nigga, and if I feel like the chemistry's right and I'm feeling you and you feeling me, like, I'm not gonna deny this shit either, as long as I can tell that the intentions are pure and the chemistry's good. Because I'm definitely not the type that's just going around hitting anything. Like, I'm off that, I promise you. That shit's nasty as hell. I'm not one of them. So yeah, man, that's my story on how I technically clapped shorty on the first night and instantly regretted that shit, I guess. Let me know what y'all think about this one in the comment section. I love y'all, appreciate y'all. I know y'all see how much effort I'm putting into these videos. I am uploading consistently. I don't want to make no big announcement, but if you made it this far into the video, I just want y'all to know that I appreciate y'all and I love y'all so much. And a part of me uploading more is you probably gonna start seeing less and less animation throughout my videos. I will make a promise to y'all that I will never stop animating, because I love this. I love being able to bring my stories to life through art, but at the same time, I'm gonna just keep it honest with y'all. YouTube is changing, and it just takes too long for me to get videos out when they're fully animated. So I'm always gonna keep putting my best foot forward of giving you guys consistent uploads, but I hope that more than just the art, that y'all are actually here for me. For my OG day ones, you guys have seen how much changes the channel has gone through, and you know, I'm continuing to grow as a person. I'm getting older, and I don't want to just keep doing the same thing over and over again. Like, I want to continue to grow as well. So I genuinely think another big step for me is I'm going to be posting a lot more consistent content, but everything's not going to be as animated. At the end of the day, the people that want to rock with me, I hope you guys continue to rock with me. And I'm not gonna make no big announcement or anything. If you're watching this video right now, sticking around to the end of my videos, hey, shout out to you, my nigga. I salute you. Thank you. And I hope you're here to be a part of the Where You At family to the very end. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. I mean, fuck, I am nothing without y'all, bro. I'm living in my dream apartment right now. This is y'all. This is y'all. My shit messy right now, but thank you. Thank you. I was down bad working security. And now I'm living my dreams, bro. You could do this too. Never give up on yourself. Keep grinding. Keep elevating. Keep putting yourself in a position to keep learning, and don't be afraid of change. Embrace it. Keep going. I love you guys. My name's Berto.
Where you at, Berto?